Hello YouTube, BenB998 here with a laid-back review for the early access game 10 Miles to Safety. The developers Trick Jump Games gave me a free code for this game, so I gotta give them a big thank you. Currently the game is available on Steam for $12.99 USD. All footage you're seeing in the background right now is all pre-recorded, so I can focus on my review. So without further ado, let's get into the review. 10 Miles to Safety is a procedurally generated twin-stick zombie shooter. During the daytime, you'll be running around looting, avoiding zombies, and getting ready for what's ahead. But at nighttime, you'll be holding up in a building or making your own defenses to survive the dangerous zombies that come out at night. And for a majority of the game, that's really all you'll be doing. Now, this game does have an end. The end goal is to, well, as the title implies, make it 10 miles to safety in a direction given to you. The thing that became very apparent to me when I started playing this game was that this game was going to be a game that was going to be easy to play when you had your mind turned off, which isn't a bad thing. Now, when you first boot up the game, you'll be selecting either story mode or survival mode. I only played a little bit of survival mode. I have some footage recorded later on in this video, but in the end, it really wasn't my cup of tea. After that, you'll be naming your character and picking your class, as well as picking the difficulty, which normal is the only one available at the very beginning. You can also choose to either turn on or turn off the tutorial if you've played the game before or not. At the time of this recording, there are only 6 classes in the game, but it seems like the developers are adding more over time. And after you're done with that, you get into the game. Now, when it comes to the story, there really isn't one, but there are events that happen that add a little variety to the game. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm just going to go into the positives and negatives I saw when playing this game. We're going to start with the positives, and the first thing that caught my eye when playing this game was how many things that were happening in the world around me. There were NPC survivors running around for their lives, looting the place. There were police shooting zombies and protecting civilians, stuff like that. I feel like a lot of other zombie games tend to make you feel like you're the only person alive when most likely there are other survivors, and this game doesn't have that issue. And the really cool thing is, as you get further in the game, you start to see less and less survivors, which gives you that feeling that the outbreak is progressing. Another positive thing I saw when playing this game was there are random events that happen, such as rescuing survivors or getting a loot drop. Successfully rescuing survivors can actually result in getting a party member. I'll talk more about party members later on in the review, but it is a cool thing. Another positive thing I saw was that the shooting and the loot system are very simple yet effective. Same goes for the crafting and defense building. One last positive thing I noticed was there are a lot of environments in this game which keep the game feeling fresh to me. Now, I do want to talk about a few negatives I've noticed. They're not too big, but I do want to mention them. First of all, the game is very limited in music. You hear pretty much the same track through a majority of the game. There are other music tracks in the game, but they seem to be far and few between. And I'm not saying the music's bad, the music is good, but I wish there was more variety. Now, to talk about this next negative, we're going to have to go back to the topic of party members. The party member AI is very bad in this game right now. In my first playthrough, I rescued about 4 people, I want to say, and all of them died because they could not find their way to me. It's something to do with the pathing. I think the longest one survived was maybe one in-game day, which isn't long. So after my last party member died, I just gave up on getting party members. I still rescued people, but when they asked to join, I declined. I'm hoping the developers fix this in a patch because I feel like having party members would bring a lot to the game. Now, this game does have co-op, so you can always have friends play as the party members, but if you're solo like me, it's kind of rough. Now, the last negative is bugs. I didn't run into a lot of bugs during my time playing, but the bugs that I did run into were pretty bad. A good example was the other day I was surviving in an apartment at night, and an enemy hit me through a wall and one-shot me. Another bug I ran into was very similar. Once again, an enemy hit me through the wall, and instead of just doing a little bit of damage, he teleported me to him through the wall, which ended with me dying because him and his friends just ganged up on me. Both of those bugs made me quit the game and take a break because I was so frustrated. Now, in conclusion, is this game worth the $12.99 price point? Personally, I would say yes. I think this is a great value. Yes, the game does have issues, Yes, it does have bugs, but the positives outweigh the negatives to me. I have also seen this game go on sale a few times, so you might even be able to get it for cheaper. Once again, I'd like to thank Trick Jump Games for the review code. I really appreciate it. It helps me, it helps the channel. Thank you so much. Now, this game is still getting regular updates, so expect more videos from me. I definitely plan on returning to this game in the future. Hopefully you guys liked the review, and thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I make videos weekly, as well as stream on Twitch, so go over to twitch.tv/benb998. I stream 5 days a week as of right now, and yeah. There's still a bit of footage left, so I'm going to let that roll, let you guys see more of the game, but this is it for me. Peace out.